So, welcome boys in today's class. In previous class, we have discussed this joystick, touchscreen, graphic tablet, and all. Today, we are going to learn the scanners. We all know what are those devices. Scanner is an input device, which look here, the one which we are scanning this hard copy file. It may be image or textual file. We can convert this one into electronic form that is in computer. We can put like that. So for that we are going to use scanner. It can scan text, image, any photographic pictures and all. So and that is for editing and for displaying and all. So there are different type of scanners like this one. By using this software OCR, optical character recognition, by using this software also we can recognize a specific text. So if you are scanning a page which contain text, means like textbook and all, we can convert directly into a text format by using this software, that is OCR, optical character recognition. And this individual text will be scanned and it will be converted into and created a text file from image file. From the hard copy itself, it will create a text file by using this type of scanner. So like that, there are different type of scanner, and scanners used to come in this held hand scanner. Held hand scanner means the one which you used to scan in shopping mall and all, used to scan the barcode and all. And in scanner also we have a handheld scanner in this one, table scanner in our computer lab also. And fit in means you have to put that paper or page inside a scanner and it will roll, or it will go through that device and it will scan and put it in your, it will come into your this one monitor. And flatbed scanner is the common type that the one is there in our picture also. These are flatbed scanner. So there are different type of scanner like this according to the shape and size, and it may be you can scan it in black and white or in different colors. And scanners, they can scan high resolution copies or low resolution one. The high resolution that can scan high resolution one, it may be costlier a little bit than the others. So like that, there are different type of scanner nowadays it's available. So directly from a text file you can convert, no, directly from a hard copy you can convert into a text file also. And there are nowadays in market, there are some scanner which can convert negative photocopy to a color photo. You must have heard that negative photocopy, the one we used to use like some years back before digital camera used to come. That negative roll, that with that scanner you can directly scan from that negative roll into a color photo, digital photo, into a computer. Like that, there are different type of scanner. Now next topic is microphone. Voice or speech input. Microphone is an input device. So by the word itself, microphone, we are familiar that we have been using this in our day-to-day life, in mobile phone, in school, and in other places also. So this microphone, what does it do? It records our voice or speech and it converted into digital form. So microphone is being attached to a computer, and to record the sound, you can sing a song and record it inside a computer. So what does it do? It converts that sound into a digitalized form, turn into numbers that represent the original analog sound. That is called analog sound, the one which used to this one, and uh, original analog sound wave, and store it in a computer, and we can use it for later future use, means for playback and all. we can listen later on also. That's why after developing and all, this MP3 and MP4 and all used to develop, and more technologies are there for sounds and all. We will not go into deep. So like that, we can use this microphone, and we can keep our data for we can use it for untrained user for the computer, or we can record that sound and we can use it for other purpose also later on. Like that, we will use this microphone. It's next is MIDI device. So what does this MIDI do? Musical Instrument Digital Interface. This transmit the information between the electronic musical instrument, the one which we use in electronic musical instrument, and this convert the music into a sequence of note with this associated with the associated timing. While you are playing with a sequence of note, it's recorded into the system for future use. And in previous, we have been using this recording to convert that into digitalized sound wave. So here we are not going to convert that into this form. So look here, MIDI musical keyboard can be attached to a computer and allow the performer to play music that is captured by a computer system as a sequence note with the associated timing. So you must have seen this checkbook and all. I mean, like, you must have seen your parents' checkbook or bank, no? If you not have seen also, look here, this is a sample. This one, checkbook of SBI Bank, that is State Bank of India. Let's see what is this MICR, magnetic ink character recognition. So what does this MICR do? So it's included at the end of the check, that you must have seen this special type of characters which we have used in the bottom of the check. So this is being used, it's a special ink, magnetic ink, used to write with a code, to generate a code. Let's go to the next page. Look here, this character is used to verify the duplicacy of the check, that the check is duplicate or not. It used to identify easily by reading this MICR code and validity and all. So this MICR, it can scan up to 2400 documents per minute. Enough. So like that. Next one is OCR. We have already heard this OCR in where this one in scanner, OCR, optical character recognition. OCR stands for optical character recognition. It is an input device. So what does it do? It will scan the character and it will turn into a computer readable form. So it was developed to read a printable document into a computer readable form. So this machine can read the characters. Characters means alphabet or letters, and it will convert it into a computer readable form, and it may be handwritten or maybe printed one. In today's device, this one has been used in bars. This one, light sensitive instruction to scan barcode. Nowadays it's been used in this one. And look here, they are giving example. These characters may be either handwritten or typewritten or handwritten or computer written. It may be anything. So this is used in like reading a zip code by the US portal service. They have been using this one and reading passenger ticket and all. And for security, form of motor vehicle registration by government, can scan the vehicle and will get the information about the vehicle. After scanning that vehicle plate, can recognize which characters are there in the number plate, and it will identify who's the owner and all. So in detail we will get that after later on, after scanning that one very easily without asking also. So what is OMR? OMR is an optical mark recognition. This OMR device is also an input device. It will scan. You must have heard this OMR sheet and all in competitive exam and all. So what does it do? It scan this mark code and convert it into a computer readable form. Same thing like previous one. So what does OMR device? OMR device uses this high intensity to read the mark or symbol which is in that area or particular area and convert it into a computer digital format, and it will check whether that the correct answer is there, correct answer mark is there or not, and it will give the result. So in scholarship and all, scholarship exam and competitive exam and all, we use this scanner, this OMR sheet and all. So but in Play Store and all, we can get this OMR scanner also, you can check it. Next one is light pen. Light pen is just like a pen shaped input device and utilize a light sensitivity detector to detect object on the screen. The one which we are using at our school in smartphone is also a type of this light pen which use a different sensor with the interactive board. But here light sensitive detector is attached into the pen and it's been used. So there are two type of light pen. Like one is used to draw a special on a special screen like tablet and all, for this one artist and all, the one which we have learned earlier, that type of stylus type thing. And another one is barcode, light pen used for to read the information from barcode is light detector. So what does it do? It sends signal to the computer according to the thickness of the line. So it reads the line and it will send the computer, and it will encrypt the decrypt the sequential code, and it will show the information to the computer like that. Next one is barcode reader. We all know this barcode reader in our textbook, also in our product like food stuff, any stuff, they have barcode, a black line strip, and the thickness of that line is different. In your textbook also it's given here. So an example, this is the one, this is an example of barcode. So the thickness of these lines are different. One is smaller, one is a little thicker one. So with the use of this barcode reader, we are going to get the information about the product or textbook or anything it may be. So these barcode are used in retail, trading goods, supermarket, and labeling sleeves and control of the stock and all, everything, all the products. So everything is they have this barcode. We can scan directly by using this code reader, and we will get the information about the product. Next is digital camera. Everyone is familiar nowadays with digital camera. Before, we are using this still camera that we used to put reel or wear a film, and after taking pictures we are going to develop that film and we are going to convert from that negative to photo paper. Again we are going to print it in a printer. But nowadays we are using directly this digital camera. In digital format, it will give us picture, and we can directly put inside a computer and we can copy it or we can keep it as it. So this is much similar with this is much similar with 35 still film camera. This is one type of digital camera. This digital camera is Nikon. So bring the light. The lens brings the light from the scene, from outside the scene, which is in front of this camera. It will bring inside the light sensor, and they use a mirror inside it. And with that image or light sensor, by using the light sensor, so nowadays there are mirrorless camera, digital camera also. So it use light, this lens, aperture, shutter, and all for this. So let's see here. The lens brings light from the scene into focus inside the camera so that it can expose the image. So after bringing the light, it will expose the image to the camera inside the camera. Digital Generally, digital camera produce JPEG format image. JPEG is a file format which these cameras used to give in, and we can change in setting also. We can change in different format also, raw file and all, which can be edited later on by using computer program like Photoshop, CorelDRAW, etc. We can edit those images very easily. But if you take a picture in still film camera, then it's a lengthy process to convert it into a digitally form. But here, by using the digital camera, you can capture an image in a good quality, and you can directly convert it into digital format, and you can do directly this editing and all. Next one is web camera. It's very similar with digital camera. Web camera or webcam is a loosely used term for any camera that generate image that can be accessed by and display on a world wide web through a server. So this usually so this webcam and all, they are directly connected with the internet. We can use this one for video conferencing or for taking pictures and all. So let's learn more deep into this webcam. They are video capturing device. We all know that they are video capturing device. How do they capture? By using this camera and all. And it is directly connected to a computer by using a USB jack and all. We can directly connect it with the desktop or TV or smart TV or computer, laptop. It may be any device. We can directly connect with this webcam. And for using this video conferencing and all, for internet purpose and all, you have to connect it with the Ethernet or Wi-Fi or a LAN internet cable so that your device is accessed with the internet service. And series of images can be taken remotely also by after connecting internet, and we can use it for security purpose also. Some webcam capture a still image only once every 30 seconds. Now look here, every 30 seconds some webcam take pictures. So it's like still. And while other streaming means live telecast and all. For streaming purpose, it takes like 30 images per second. Every second, that webcam is going to take 30 images and it's going to stream your live. So it may be different from one webcam to another according to according to this capturing capacity. The price is going to different also. So this webcam technology is widely used for the sort of people for their sort of reason. For according to what they are going to use for. According to that, this webcam is different, and if they want to use it for high definition video streamer or YouTuber and all, it's a different thing. they have to buy according to their uses. And it's we can use this one for security purpose or video conferencing and all. So next topic is output device, the one which we have already learned, which we are doing is all input device, webcam, digital camera, or barcode reader, light pen, OMR or OCR, or the one which we are doing from before. These are all under this input device. Now we are going to see some output device. What are those output device? Those device which we used to get from the computer, what our computer or what our device is doing inside it, and we used to get the result in output form. That is output device which we used to get by using this device. Main thing is that monitor is a very important output device. So let's see the device which are used to display the data to the user either in the form of hard copy or soft copy are called output device. Look here, what is happening inside the device that user used to get from the device is called output device. It may be in hard copy or soft copy. Soft copy means the one which you see in a monitor, and hard copy means the one which you used to get after printing out. The purpose of this output device is to translate data into information from electrical pulse to human readable format. Now, the one which you are having digitally in a computer, that is in the form of zeros and one, and it's being converted into a human readable form after printing it out or maybe any other form. So the monitor shows information on the screen when you type. This is called outputting information. This is important. Now let's go to the next page. What are those other output device? Let's see. First one is VDU. So video, this visual display unit VDU is basically an output device, which is also known as, commonly we used to call it as monitor or screen, which is similar with a television. So this is a basic output device. Usually what we used to get from monitor, we can see what is going on inside my computer and we can get the result from this output device. So what is that data that is being keyed in is displayed on the screen or monitor, and messages. These are the things that I have explained already. What is going on inside the computer is being displayed on the monitor after that. And what is and the processes and all. So by combining this keyboard, well, we all know that keyboard is an input device. We can enter special characters, alphabets, numbers, and all, and other special keys are also there in keyboard. So this keyboard with combining this monitor usually referred to as video display terminal, that is VDT, which is an input and output device by combining. And we can classify this VDU or monitor in different form with shape and size and all, but basically with color compatibility we can classify it as monochrome, grayscale, or color. Monochrome means in two color, that monitor will display in two color. Another one is background and foreground. Background means the back color and foreground means the front color. It can be of black and white, green and black, and amber, or amber and black. And grayscale means this is a special type of monochrome which can differentiate the shades of gray, means the darkness or lightness, according to that one. Darkness, this one. Here, monochrome monitor capable of displaying different shades of gray are called grayscale monitor. And color, we all know that most probably generally we are using color monitor, that is from 16 to 1 million different type of colors are there in, and it is called RGB monitor, and can separate the signal of red, green, and blue. So that is RGB is red, green, and blue monitors. RGB monitors, we can call it like that also, color monitors and all. So after this, into this color monitor there are different type of monitor, LCD, LED and all, TFT and all. But here they don't include this TFT. So let's learn this. What is LCD and LED monitor? LCD is an electronically modulated optical device shaped into a thin flat panel made up of many number of colors of monochrome pixels filled with liquid crystal and arrayed in front of light source, backlight or reflector. It's a special material or is being developed by this one, and it is different with the CRT monitor. So this LED consume less power than our CRT monitor. Let's see next one. Today most desktop monitor use LCD technology rather than conventional CRT technology, cathode ray tube, and LCD panel were used exclusively on notebook computers and portable devices like smartphone and tablet and all they use this LCD and all. But now this is being using this LED display and all. So let's see later on that LED display. Previously we are using LCD display. The main advantage of LCD display is that they take up less space. First one is space, lighter, and uh, consume lesser power than previous one. An LED light emitting diode display use the technology. This one panels of LEDs as a light source, and LED are used often used to backlight LCD display, which result in clearer picture. This LCD picture, this monitor and our screen, their LED is more clear than LCD. The difference is that one. Next topic is printer. We all know that from computer, if you want to take out a hard copy, then we are going to use printer. Now we are going to see different types of printer, and after that speaker, after that we have uh, finished this chapter. Basically, in printer, we are going to learn more deep into printer. What are the different types of printer and what are printer is about. So basically, we used to get in our mind while we heard the word printer means we are going to get a hard copy from a digitalized format to keep it for permanent use or for a record. So printer generate a permanent hard copy of your work or on a paper. So maybe on a paper or it may be clothes or it may be any material. So we are going to make it a permanent hard copy. So basically printer is classified into this character printer that print one character at a time. So it's going to print a character means if we want to print a printer, the word printer, Printer, it's going to print character by character means P, R, I, and like that one after another. And line printer means the whole line at a time. And page printer means image printer, the whole page at a time. So, and simultaneously all the page going to print in a one slot, one time. So printer can be divided into impact or non-impact category. Impact, let's see about impact printer and non-impact. We're going to see later on. So first one is impact printer. With the word impact means some force or striking mechanism is there in this printing. The impact printer form characters or graphic on a piece of paper by striking a mechanism against an ink ribbon that physically contact the paper. Look here, you must have seen this typewriter and all in internet and all nowadays. We don't use this typewriter and all. In typewriter, what used to do, a carbon roller is used to roll from one end to another end, and in the middle of the device. We used to hardly hit with that uh, to hit with the this one like a stamp. It used to hit like a stamp. So like that striking mechanism is the striking mechanism like that it's going to use in this with the striking mechanism it's going to use in this impact printer. So let's see this one, this impact printer. These printer are usually noisy, means they create a sound while uh, striking upon the image, this one paper or maybe any other clothes or anything. So with this striking mechanism, it create a sound. So this type of printer is noisy and it's a relatively low printing cost because it use this mm, carbon roll or example like here those printers are dot matrix example for this one impact printer are dot matrix printer and daisy wheel etc. and such printer this one daisy wheel line drum etc. and they don't use this liquid ink or powder ink. They are going to use a carbon roll similar like that one and going to heat upon that one and to make an impact between the paper and the roll. So let's see the next one, that is non-impact printer. What are those non-impact printer? Means with the word itself non-impact, there won't be any striking mechanism in here because they are going to use pressure or heat in here. So non-impact printer form character or graphic on a piece of paper without actually striking on a paper. They are not going to strike on a paper. They are going to use heat or pressure for creating an image or text like that. So it is much quieter than previous one, impact printer. Such printer are inkjet, laser, thermal. More people are using this one, and there are some place still they are using this dot matrix and the wheel and all. But nowadays in office and all at home also, uh, they are using this inkjet, laser, thermal and all. The first one is dot matrix printer. Let's see the first printer, dot matrix printer. So this type of printer is still used in like some government office and all because there is one uh, facility for using this one. I'll tell you later on. So let's see. These are most popular and widely used low speed printer. Still used and it's print very slowly than other inkjet and laser and all. The dot matrix printer use small electromagnetic activated pin in a printer head. So there inside it there is a printer head, like printer head used to move around like this, up and down to move to uh, give the impact on that ink ribbon. So it is going that printed this activated pin is going to hit on that ink ribbon and it will produce the image or text whatever you are printing on that paper. So the main advantage, so printer had used to move up and down. That's why it's been very noisy and slow. And nowadays we don't use this one anymore. So what is the facility that we are getting into using this one? Because it can print multi-layer form. Multi-layer form means when you write a page with a carbon copy, putting a carbon copy between the two pages, you are going to get the same one in the next paper also. Like that, here we are using an impact, creating an impact with the print head. That's why we are going to get both the pages printed. So this one, according to the number of wires the printer had, The characters may be 7 by 5, 7 into 7, 9 into 7, or 9 by 9, even 24 by 24. More dot will be more better the image, more clear the image. More dots means 24 by 24. The line weight of typically maybe 80, 120, 132 like that go on, and speed typically 30 character per second to 200 character per second. And multiple print copy may be reduced by using a carbon copy paper. So if you want a copy two set of copy, then you can use a per carbon copy in that paper, and you can print by using this printer so that it won't print twice. That type of thing you can print in this dot matrix printer. So let's see the next one, daisy wheel printer. So it's another impact printer, another popular low speed impact printer, daisy wheel printer, which is used high print quality is demand, which is daisy wheel printer produce letter print quality but cannot print graphics. Graphics means this picture and all we cannot print in this daisy wheel printer, and character wise it's going to print, and this print head is unchangeable in this printer, and you're going to use this one color ribbon, ink ribbon, which is hit against this ink ribbon, which is going to hit against this ink ribbon. To print each character, the wheel is rotated and the appropriate stroke struck against the ink ribbon. This is the thing. It's going to same mechanism is working here also, and the speed is around 45 character per second. CPS means character per second. Similar to dot matrix printer in term of paper size and all, multiple copy printing and all is similar to that of dot matrix printer. And other low speed printer, let's see, there are other low speed printer also rather than this one, fast one, laser and inkjet. So what are those other low speed printer? Let's see, thermal printer, which use heat. By the word itself we know that it use heat. So these are non-impact printer. They are not going to force or stroke mechanism in this one, which print to a special paper whose surface is designed with a chemical so that dot is produced based on the reaction of the chemical to the heat. No ribbon or ink is involved for users who want highest quality desktop color. So here in thermal they are going to use a heat, not a ribbon or ink. And if a user want high quality of printing, this thermal printer would be an ideal one. They are very quiet and give a big advantage for some special application. Let's see the next one. So what type of application? Fax, ATM machine, get your receipt on the spot of the machine is called thermal printing technology. So you can see that in ATM machine used to come out a receipt and all. These are all thermal printing machine with the heat, and it's a special paper that they are going to use in this one. It's a chemical on the surface of the paper with the reaction of the heat you're going to print on the paper. So the ticket that I show are nowadays printed with a thermal paper, thermal printer. This is because it's better and faster than ordinary printing. Ultrasound printout are done with a thermal printer. Business like grocery, supermarket, departmental store and all, you must have seen this type of printer. It's near the counter. It's all thermal printer. Next printer is inkjet printer. This is very common printer, the one which you used to have in school or at home or office. This is a very common printer. So let's learn this inkjet printer. What this printer is also common. You can see in photography shop also. They used to print pictures and all. Yeah, photo. So it's a very common one. So here the ink is spray by tiny droplets of ink. By spraying the tiny droplets of ink into the paper with the print head. There is a print head here, but there is no this one striking mechanism inside it. It's going to spray the ink on the paper and it's going to print like that. So the color, there may be several colors needed for a color printer like cyan, yellow, magenta and black. But for black and white only black color is needed like that. And this printer is not that much of costly, but this refillable this inkjet cartridge and this paper and all, for long term it's costly to buy, but we can buy third party ink also, but it's not recommended by the company. It's like that, people are using like that only. Some people are using third party ink for refillable, not the original one, but that the company they don't recommend that one for a printer. And for using that one also, you can change this print head or this ink and all. After finishing the ink you can put a new one, and if the cartridge print head is blocked you can change a new one also. So make them costly for to operate in a long run for many purposes. So this printer is like that, it uh, costly for a long run. This is a typical inkjet printer. High speed printer. Now we are going to learn how a high speed printer. There are two basic type of high-speed printer, line printer and page printer. Both types operate with continuous stationery. Now line printer, these are impact sets characters printer which, as their name suggests, print one line at a time. And page printer or laser printer, this printer prints an image the whole page at a time. The image may consist of conventional print diagram, pictures, or a combination of these. It may be included everything, picture, text, and maybe, and line printers mean it will print by line, and this space printer or laser printer they print in the whole thing at the same time. This is the typical line printer. This is a typical laser printer. Let's learn this one. According to technical features, these printers are also known as optical printer, light sensor printer, laser printer, or gyrographic printer, and electronically controlled laser beam. So inside this printer they are controlled, this one controlled laser beam mark out an electrostatic image on the rotating surface of a photoconductive drum. There we in a laser printer, there is a drum inside it, a blue color one. It may be of different color also. Usually it used to become in green and all. So in this drum, it is an electrostatic image going to mark with the laser beam. So it's a photoconductive drum. This photoconductive drum, and this ink toner, it's a powder ink. So ink toner is attracted onto the electrostatic pattern, the one which the laser beam has marked with the electrostatic image on this photoconductive drum. This electrostatic pattern on the surface of the drum, ink will be attracted to that part only, the, uh, the marking part, and the toner is transferred onto the stationery as it come in contact with the drum. And the toner means the powder color is attracted to the drum, and when it roll onto the paper it will print to that paper. So a typical high-speed laser printer would print 146 pages per minute. So much it's fast. The speed is about 10,500 line per minute and 30,000 line per minute. up to like this. Laser printer are faster than inkjet printer. You usually know that inkjet are slower than laser printer are more faster. Their speed rate is page per minute. Laser printer are more expensive than inkjet, but they are cheaper to run for a long term if you just need good quality black and white pages. Now there are color laser printer also, it may be available in our market, but for a long run, long term printing purpose, this laser printer black and white pages. If you want black and white pages, it is more economy than using a inkjet printer. And there is one disadvantage for inkjet printer, that is, if you don't use it for a couple of months, then the inkhead will be blocked. So you need to change it or you need to clean it up. If you don't use it regularly on a regular basis, it will block the inkhead because it use liquid ink, so it used to dry up and it used to block the head. So speaker, everyone is using speaker, and now also you are listening this one by using a speaker from mobile phone or computer, or it may be any other speaker. So usually computer used to produce sound ranging from a simple beep, like when you turn on the PC, beep beep beep, like that, a simple beep, to a very impressive one, good quality sound that you used to listen music and all to that, and playing games and all, sound effect and all. So this, for using this one, a circuitry produced sound may be included on the motherboard. In the motherboard inside the CPU, it's been connected with the sound card and all. There is an expansion slot for sound card. You have to connect that with the good quality speaker externally, or a headphone for using this high quality and sound. That's why this is a typical speaker. You all know speaker. For a system speaker component that takes electronic signal to store on the things like CD, tape, or DVD, that turn it back into actual sound that we can hear. So while using this, there is a small system component speaker which is included inside the motherboard, used to beep when there is any problem in the CPU or computer. So last point is plotter. Last point for our chapter number 2. Plotter is a specialized output device designed to produce a high quality graphic in a variety of colors. This is also a one type of printer, just a printer. So pictorial output of data, which can range from simple statistical histogram, pie chart, advertisement, and all detail. It's a high-end quality. So this type of printer, they use a very high quality. They can produce a high quality output. They can print a very high quality image and all. So we can see this one in for printing and advertisement signboard and all. You can see in a shop. So there are basically two types of plotters. One is using a pen. This one, those that use pen and those that do not. The one is use pen and one does not. Drum plotter and flatbed plotter use pen. Electrostatic plotter they don't use. So this one plotter means the one which we have learned in this laser printer, which is something similar with that mechanism. And this electrostatic plotter, they don't use pen, and this flatbed plotter they use pen. So this one, you can read this one, points to remember, and this MCQ, true and false, fill in the blank, question answer. It's already uploaded in our classroom. You can check. So here ends our chapter number 2. See you in next class. Thanks for watching.